Hi, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to be showing you an illustration on how to draft this gorgeous dress. I love this dress so much, but I can't sew the dress because I traveled and I don't have my sewing machine with me. So once I get my sewing machine, I'm straight to making this dress. So here is how I am going to draft the pattern for this dress. But first you need your drafting tools, that's your pattern paper and your other tools, and you're gonna need your basic fitted dress block pattern. I have all the foundation block patterns, so go check that out and let's get started. First, I want to create the basque, so I will identify mine, that's mark my on the bust. So I have a video on corset. In fact, I have so many videos on corset or bustier, so go check that out for you to identify it on the bust. Now to get the basque, that's the plunge, I would go down from my my upper waist 3 inches or 4 inches. Ideally it's supposed to be on your lower waist, so I'm just gonna eyeball it here. It's either gonna be 3 inches or 4 inches. So I would mark that out, then draw a line connecting to the center front. So yes, so that's gonna be my basque. Next, I went to the shoulder to do a little bit of adjustment, so it looks like almost like a kimono, but it's not. So I went out from the shoulder 3 inches, so you could do 4 inches depending on the coverage, or you could just measure from your neck down to where you want the sleeve to stop. So I know I'm gonna do 3 inches. Then you mark your slant. You should just land 1.5 inches. That's your slant, so you just connect the slant all the way down, and you have to determine the opening, the sleeve opening. So if you want 9 inches, 10 inches, 11 inches, so depending on how you want the opening to be. If you want it to be too open, then you leave it open like a kimono. If you want it too tight, you could do 9 inches depending on your size though. So next you have to do the curve. I have a video on that. I'm gonna put that on the screen where I did kimono, so you see how to create that C curve connecting the sleeve to the waist. All right, so you're gonna do a connection right there. I will be using the same pattern for the back. The difference is just the neck. So I'm going to be using 3 inches for my neck length, and the neck width is 4 inches. So yeah, so you just create the curve for your neck. Then for the back neck, I'll be using 1 inch, which is the standard, and why you have an opening at the back. If you check the dress, there's an opening at the back, so the opening is just a straight line from the 1 inch neck length down 5 inches. So that's easy, and you just need one pattern for both the front and the back. The same basque for the front, the same backs for the back, the same pleat for the front, the same pleat for the back, and the same sleeve for the back also. So the difference is just the neck. So for the front neck, like I said, 3 inches for the neck length, while the width is 4 inches. The back, the width is the same as the front, the length is 1 inch. Then you extend it from the center back down 5 inches. That's the opening to put your button, all right, to give that ease so you can easily put your head through. So this part is optional. From the photographs and the video, I don't think it was flare. I don't think the skirt was flowing. I think it's just straight down. So because this is my preference, I like something flowy, and besides there's a pocket, so I don't want the flab of the pocket touching my skin, so I would prefer an A-line. So this is based on my preference. So yeah, so this is how it should look like before we start the drawing the slash lines. So the slash lines, it's horizontal and vertical. So yeah, I forgot also, you have to include your zipper allowance. It's gonna be at the side. So the zip allowance is going to be at the side, so you're just going to add that zip allowance. Don't forget, unless your clothes will be too tight to fit you. So yeah, next, the slash lines. Next, I started inserting my slash lines. So now the slash lines depends on how you want your gathers to look like. If you wanted too much gathers, you have to create enough slash lines. If you wanted too little gathers, you have to get fewer slash lines. So yeah, I have a lot of videos on slash line. In fact, I'm a slash line chief, so I love ruffles. So and I use slash lines, the slash and spread method to create my ruffles. So yeah, I would put some of the videos on the screen, so you could go check that out. After creating the slash lines, I like to number my patterns. I like to number the lines, so I don't mix them up while trying to recreate the main pattern. So I number them. Then you could also draw a line just to help you align them properly before creating the original shape for your pattern. So once I'm done, I cut out the pieces and place them on a new pattern paper, then draw out the shape, carefully draw out the shape. Then that is my main pattern piece, and that is it. You cut your fabric, then you sew. So this is the end. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. It could be illustration, it could be sewing. Please don't forget to subscribe and share. You know, someone might be looking for a way to make this fabulous dress, so please